Hello there. You've got to be real, haven't you? I can't moan at my daughter's boyfriend hoovering up, but he had to do it the minute I put the video on. But anyway, Monday 17th of October, and felt drawn to do a little video. Yeah, a lot going on at the moment. Like a lot going on, isn't there? Most people, many people I know struggling, clients struggling. It's a hard time. My friend said to me today, I can't believe we're living in such a time of destruction and sort of change. And he's not in the best frame of mood today. And another friend of mine, lots of my friends are at a funeral today. And there's just a lot going on. Look at the news. Yeah, it's a massive time of transition. So going back to what my friend said about, I can't believe we're living through this, war, economic absolute downfall everywhere. But what I want to say is we're living through one of the most exciting times in history that we or any of our children or grandchildren or ancestors, not going back that far, will have ever been through. I mean, it's mental what we're living through now, and I wonder whether your average person really quite realises what a absolute time of change, transition and ascension we're going through. And it is difficult because rebirthing is difficult, birthing is difficult, right? And we are birthing into literally a new era, a new world. We are seeing, so much collapse around us. So much is coming up. And coming up for healing, the divine feminine is uprising. We've been stifled for years as women, as the female of the species. It all started with us sort of ruling, all those many years ago. I don't know, 200,000 years ago, was it? When, anyway, but the system was, women actually ruled in the beginning. And then men didn't actually realise that women could, how the birthing process happened. And so women were seen as goddesses, as they should be. And, as the patriarchal system came in, men sort of thought, oh yeah, I have made, put a place in this baby being born. And they took over, and we were shunned and put to the background, and put in the kitchen and put to look after the kids, and that's like all we did. And we were raped, pillaged and murdered for years on end. Yeah, sounds a bit atrocious, doesn't it? But it's going on now still, as we know. Look at what is happening in Iran. Look at what is happening all over the world. It's hard. Women and men are rising up and wanting change. Lots of people are going through an awful lot at the moment, including myself. I'm going through massive transition and change. Things that haven't served me are no longer in my life, or I'm doing them differently. Because if you keep doing something the same way and it doesn't work, then you're not moving in the right direction, are you? So I just wanted to pull a few cards today, see what comes up, because as I say, there's a lot of struggle going on with a lot of people, and there's war and there's suffering all over the place, and oh my gosh, funny but not funny. 8 of Swords. Doesn't look too pretty, that card, does it? Orestes is being tormented, and he is locked inside of those 8 swords. And basically are we all feeling a bit like this? Are we all being tormented by the 3 Furies? The 3 Furies sort of being representative of our inner conflicts, of our are needing to cut free with those swords. All it takes is for him to pick up one of those swords and cut his family karma, to do the inner work, to get to the bottom of why he is in the position he is in. And will you lot shut up out there? And he is being guided, he's being watched over by Apollo, but he doesn't know that. All he knows is that he's being absolutely tormented by his own thoughts. He's catastrophizing, he's thinking the worst, which many of us do, and he actually can get out of that prison where he's imprisoned with his own thoughts from the three furies, from his past decisions. He's made mistakes, he's torturing himself about it. We all make mistakes. I've tortured myself about my past business, and you know, could I have done this differently, could I have done that differently? Well, I'm sure we could have all done a lot differently. I'm just in the middle of a video, please shut the door if you don't mind. I did say thank you, trying to stay calm. Where was I? Yeah, so life is life. You have family out there. Sorry, just to go back to what just happened. You have family. You can wait all day to do videos. The amount of times I wait to try and do videos at the right time, or do I look all right? You can't bloody bother. Just get on with it, because life is life. And I think when people see that with you as a therapist or counsellor or whatever, you know, nobody's perfect. Certainly not, you know, any therapist or counsellor. Everybody's on a journey of healing. And anyway, Orestes is on a journey of healing here, and he can cut his family karma, he can cut his past trauma with one of those swords, and that's all he needs to do. And it is hard, it's transformational, it's huge change. It's a time to use your intellect and your mind and your brain, as well as obviously dropping into the heart, of course, but the swords is about using your brain. So using your logic, where can there's the background looks stormy, right? And it is stormy. There's tension, there's anxiety, there's worry, there's over analyzing, but he is being guided, and we are all guided by a higher self. Basically, we can all put our trust in the universe, but we are the universe, and that is a part of us, that is an essence of us. And so is God, whatever your God might be, your higher self, God as in religious God, whatever it might be, we are all part of that, and we have the answers to everything within. But we've got to do the inner work. We've got to cut the family ties, sorry, not ties, the family karma. We've got to look at where our parents did something and we are doing it the same way. We are the ones to make the change, right? For our children and for our children's children. So yes, a difficult card, but it is difficult right now. Okay, so what's come up now is, so we're cutting ties as humanity, as a planet right now, to things that no longer serve us, to systems that don't serve us, to ways of life that don't serve us, to people in our lives that don't serve us. Yes, so next has come up is the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, neither card here is particularly lovely, but what's going on isn't lovely, right? So the Four of Pentacles is Daedalus is holding very tightly onto 4 gold pentacle coins, right? So he is very good at his skill. He is very good at his trade. Do you have a trade? I do. I hopefully have a few that I'm building up. And do you have something you're good at or you're learning to do? He enlisted his nephew to come and help him, but it turns out his nephew was really good. Rather than embrace it and maybe have a partnership with him or whatever, he got jealous. And he actually threw his nephew off the cliff. Typical of Greek mythology. They're not very nice to each other. And then he had to go through an awful lot of hardship because of the decision that he'd made to throw his nephew off the cliff. What he could have done is been open to receive. This card is about being open to receive. And he could have he could have gone into collaboration with his nephew. This card is also about putting the training in. If you've got to spend money for training to get where you need to get, then don't go out for a few weeks, or you know, somehow get, you know, don't be tight. Spend money investing in yourself where you need to, because it will pay off. This is the card of being cheap and miserly. Don't be cheap, don't be miserly, don't be tight, be generous. You know, giving and receiving is what life is all about. If you're not open to receive, then you're not going to get good things come your way. And if you're tight, holding on to everything and not circulating your supply of money or wealth or knowledge or whatever it might be, then you are in a place of stagnation and your creativity will be blocked. So they're two cards that have come up. So like, we are creating a new earth right now, through our thoughts and our heart chakra, which I've talked about, and through our ways of being. So open to receive is the message in that second card. I have got my psychic tarot deck here, which I would like to use. I was a bit short then, wasn't I, when my mum, who actually, you can be short with your mum, can't you? It's not fair. They're normally the people who get it more than anyone. Certainly my kids are short with me. Okay, straight out of the pack we have got the card of Rejoice in Celebration. Okay, I don't know these cards, so I will have to look that up and tell you what the three... Oh, it's Three of Cups by the look of it. All right, well, if that's the Three of Cups, which I'm assuming it is, it's the card of celebration. That's nice. We've got stuff to celebrate coming up. It's the card of... celebration of unions, people coming together, businesses coming together, collaboration, which it was telling you to do in the Four of Pentacles. So it could be romantic relationships, it could be a marriage, a birth of a child, or it could be business wise, or just with your community and friends. Time to get together and create something amazing. Now let me have a look, because it looks like the Three of Cups to me, but I don't know these cards. Let's have a quick look. A reward for a job well done is what this card represents. It's a time of recognition for a completed project. Hard work, skill, expertise and craftsmanship. These abilities are now being honoured, but don't forget to also pay homage to yourself. Pat yourself on the back, you deserve it. How often do we actually give ourselves a pat on the back and say well done? It's hard, isn't it, to tell yourself you're doing well, but you must give yourself credit where it's due for the hard work you've been putting in. And many of us who are on this spiritual path are putting the hard work in, and it's really hard work. It is, you know, cutting ties, cutting things that no longer serve you, putting the inner work in, putting the shadow work in. I did a video about trauma bonding and the narcissistic abuse cycle. That will be up soon. You know, it is time to stop these limiting behaviours and energies around us. And if you are in the process of doing that, be kind to yourself. This card also comes forth to represent a family or group of people coming together, all of whom are aiming and striving towards a common goal. Have you seen all these food and health alliances coming up lately? You know, people are taking matters into their own hands and all collaborating together to help each other, because our NHS, not their fault, is breaking down. You know, food supplies could be short. It's time to come together and help each other. It's time to collaborate. It's time to have each other's backs. Not all this division and polarity that is going on all over the world with whatever ways they want to do it. The powers that be are putting all these things in our way to divide us, you know. So yeah, that is three cards that have come out for anyone watching this video right now. I feel like picking another Mythic Tarot card, to be honest. So I'm going to, let's see what comes up, because I love them. Let's see what we need to know, Spirit, right now. Collectively, 7 of Wands. Okay, 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands. Wands is passion, passion energy, passion for purpose. What is your true purpose? What will you put on this planet? What did you come down to this planet out of choice to do? Because we all came down to do something. We all came here with a purpose, you know, and generally that purpose was to birth this new earth, this better, you know, get out of the world that we have currently lived in for hundreds of years, that is ruled by institutions, 1% of them being absolutely loaded and controlling the rest of the world. Our purpose here is to come down and help the consciousness of the planet to ascend. I went to a conference the other week. I did post a video while I was there, and it was, you know, a lot of information on energy work, connecting to something bigger than ourselves, connecting to the quantum field where all possibilities are available, and whatever we've put in there in our manifestations, whether it be good or bad, because just every time we speak, we're manifesting, whether we are, you know, speaking about good things or bad things, whether we are moaning about debt and problems, which, yes, of course, is a point, it's a difficult time, or whether we are talking about where our future's going, what we want to manifest in our lives, new jobs, new careers, more passion, more purpose, more loving relationships, whatever it is. This is what we can do with the power of our thoughts right now. But the 7 of Wands, Jason has got the golden fleece. He's got through halfway through his journey. He's gone through a lot of battles, and he is recognised and well known. And so someone else wants a piece of what you've got. So with the battle in the 5 of Wands, it was just him against the dragon. But this is when you've got your team with you. You've got your team, and he's got the Discovery twins there, who are all about intellect and mind and fast thinking, strategic, like a chess game. And he's got King of Wands there, who again is like him, purposeful, passionate. He will do what he needs to do for his life purpose. And we've got the King of Hearts there. So he's the one who's going to be sort of you know, talking caringly to, well, he's fighting there, but he might be the one to do the talking through the situation, or making people realize that there is a bigger picture, and there is, you know, feelings and emotions as to why they want to be on this purpose that they're on. And then we've got Hercules, I think, is that Hercules? Strength. We need to gather all our strength and all our reserves for whatever we're going through right now. And we're going to come up against some competition. Yeah. So solar eclipse in Scorpio. I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. So solar eclipses shine a light on what is going on, and it's shining a light on our collective past because of the North Node, what needs to be released both personally and collectively. I spoke earlier about, you know, we know what the world is like. We know how it's been for years. We know that it's corrupt and greedy and destructive and all of those things. And us here, us watching this video, those people that are on the path to better things, you know, some people might call them light workers. Some people just might say, you know, just anyone using their abilities, mind, energy and knowledge to help the planet and help humanity. What is coming up for healing for you personally, me and you, and collectively. Also Scorpio, because it's solar eclipse in Scorpio, is linked to toxicity. Where do you need to release or detox in your life, whether it be toxic friends, whether it be foods, drugs you're putting in your body, whether it be toxic thoughts that actually floor you, and they are the thoughts that are going to manifest not what you want to manifest. They're going to manifest more toxic situations. Scorpio is also issues around trust, betrayal. We've got a lot linked to the banking system here. Big money, investments, loans, mortgages. Solar eclipse is putting a spotlight on them. What's just happened in the UK, our currency is just, the Great British Pound is absolutely plummeting. We've had to bail out. We've been bailed out 3 times in the last few weeks. Our Chancellor's just been chucked out, rightly so. But we haven't got a great choice of anything there in our current political systems, have we? They are coming up for healing. They are being seen for what they are. We didn't pick our Prime Minister. She was, we were given her because of what happened and Boris being outed and whatever. It's time we choose our leaders and choose a bit more wisely as humanity. So financial systems wise, everything is breaking down with the centralised banking system, and more people are looking for other ways to save and keep their money. Centralised banks can actually take your money away. It belongs to them. There's all these clauses that you probably don't read in the small print. CBDCs are being brought in, central bank digital currency. If we all go with that, we will be very controlled. We will be on this sort of universal basic income thing where we all are told what we can do. Who is it? Is it Kanye West, who's just had his big bank account by Chase Morgan shut down because he said something they didn't like? What the actual fuck is going on? But this is coming up for all of us to see. This is coming up for us to see. Maybe we definitely need to go down a more decentralised route with finances, with money. Cryptocurrency, yeah, it's crashed out the park at the moment, but is that the way forward? I don't know. It's certainly the banking system that we are currently having isn't the way forward. Mickey Mad Hair, sort it out. So Taurus is about money, wealth, currencies, and it's ruled by Venus. Venus's currencies, tell a lie. A lot of turbulence going on, but it seems awful, but it's going on for a good reason. I am in it as much as anybody else with financial problems at the moment. My new business is doing well, but my old business, which I still hugely going to bring back, and I have every faith that I can turn that around, but it's caused me an awful lot of problems, and so has the economic climate and COVID and all things like that have caused me an awful lot of problems in that business, and I've got to look at hopefully a different way I can do it. There's a lot of financial turbulence going on for everybody. New systems, Uranus, planet of truth and clarity, secrets coming to light. Everything's coming up to the surface. As I said, we are seeing how corrupt everything is. Saturn and Uranus clash. Saturn's centralized, Uranus is decentralized. Saturn's all about control. Uranus is all about being free. We don't want to be controlled anymore, do we? We don't want to be told what we can and cannot do. Everything's censored. People are all going over to Rumble and things like that. People on big YouTubes and whatever else that are just not allowed to say anything that they want to say. Even like prime ministers are being shut up on Twitter and whatever. Okay, I get some of it, but people should be able to say how they feel, and that is the whole point of freedom of speech and democracy, and what was I going to say? Freedom of speech and democracy and freedom of choice. So can't remember what I was trying to think of to say there, but so to sum it up, do not catastrophize. Yes, there's things that need to be cut from the past, but you can do that, and you will do that. And look on the bright side. Easier said than done, I know, but it usually is never that bad, is it? Most of the time things are not as bad as you think they're going to be. Get the help you need if you need it. Invest in yourself if you can. There's lots of free things to invest in on yourself for learning on YouTube for free if you literally don't have any money and you want to change your path. Udemy is good. Really, that $10.99 sales of courses. I've done some great stuff on there. Don't be tight. Don't be miserly. If you can, help out your fellow friends and people in your path. Seven of Wands, when you get out there in the public eye, everyone wants a bit of what you've got and a battle could ensue. So your inner resources of all these people that I mentioned, strength, guile, wit, intellect, use all of those to get you through this stage. And rejoice and celebration. So Three of Cups, celebrations, people coming together, unions. We've got something to celebrate coming up. It might not seem like it right now. I get it. It's difficult times, but if we put all the work in, we will get there, and we will be happier. Humanity will be happier, and we will birth new and better systems for our children and our children's children. Or if you haven't got children, just for the greater good and for the next generation. All right. I hope that resonated with some people and it gave a bit of hope. And because just remember that, like I said a little while ago, we are being tested. Whatever you're going through right now is meant to happen. And, we are being moulded for something much better, groomed almost for much better things. So whatever difficulties you're having right now, and we're all having right now, it is preparing us for something much better. Okay, over now.